This is Landon Cashmore, and you are listening to the Line for Line podcast.
Shout out T-Rat, tricking you savvy. Know they coming if I send on the Addy. See, we just living by the code, no capping, yeah. It's more than a podcast, it's a life hack for a lost soul that was on the verge, trying to figure how to get their life back, real talk. See, you got a voice on this podcast, you can be you on this podcast, educate all the youth on this podcast, elevate me and you on this podcast, that's the reason we here, okay? It's family and friends, okay? Be real, you ain't gotta pretend, okay? Okay.
All right, and just like that, we're back at another episode of Line for Line. Before we get ready to get started, please hit the like button, subscribe button, and leave an interactive comment for me and my guest, and we'll let him introduce himself to the world.
Hello, my name is Landon Cashmore. I'm a sophomore at Christian High School, and I play football and I wrestle.
Yes, sir. So just tell us a little bit about how two sports came about, because most kids are okay with one, but you go all out and play two.
Yeah. So kindergarten, I started wrestling. My dad introduced me to the sport because he wrestled in high school, just to get me active. And some of my friends did it, but I was pretty soft in kindergarten, not going to lie. But I was also taller than everyone else. I've always been a taller kid. So I started playing basketball. I really liked it. I thought I was really good. I was pretty bad. But
Really?
yeah, I was pretty bad. But during so I played that for a couple years, and then I played in second grade, football coaches came to our classroom to introduce us to football. Hey, we have a youth program starting up. Come check us out. They handed me this flyer, and it had uniforms of them all in the huddle. I'm like, Dad, this looks awesome. Why not I start playing football? I like the uniform, so why not? So I've been playing football ever since second grade. And then during sixth grade, I actually started up wrestling because I was just sitting in on the practice waiting for my friend to get done. The coaches came by and like, hey, you don't have to do any meets, just practice. And I ended up falling in love with that also. So, yeah. So I've been doing both ever since.
So when it comes to football, just tell us a little bit about the position you play.
So I'm a linebacker and running back.
Okay. And how'd you pick those two positions?
Well, so ever since youth, I've kind of bounced around everywhere. I've been bigger, I've been smaller. And then I started becoming a running back and linebacker just because that was the position that fit me. And then actually my youth coach went up with us to high school, so he kind of knows how I play. And then the position opened up my sophomore year. So I started at that, and it clicked. I clicked with that. And then I was a backup. I was third string running back just because to fill the position just in case someone got hurt. And then, so I was pretty dominant at linebacker. And then I would say 4 games left in the season, I ended up getting a shot. First run I had, first time I got the ball, I busted out for 40 yards.
Stop playing around.
Yeah. And then ever since then, I got the starting spot.
Okay, now when you think of linebacker or running back, who are some of the greats that you grew up watching and that you maybe idolized when it came to the game of football?
I didn't grow up watching them, but Walter Payton, for sure.
Are you a Bears fan too?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bear down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, let's go. And when it comes to linebacker, who were some people that you maybe watched or knew about?
Dick Butkus. I have his jersey in my room.
No way.
Yeah, and then like the Michael Singletary, just the whole 85 Bears team.
So do you implement any of that intensity when you're out there playing linebacker? Because the linebackers you just named, they were able to bring the wood seriously.
Yeah, that's for sure what I want to end up being like. I still have far to go to be that aggressive and stuff. But now that's who I aspire to be like for sure.
And you said you're only a sophomore, correct?
Yes.
So you still have a great amount of time to work on that. What are some things that you are doing to bring your level of intensity up?
So just every weight room session, every time I have an opportunity to get better, just use the most of it. Even if it's a little workout in my gym class, just use the most of it. Every day after school, I'm with my team. I just tell them, hey, you got to use the most of these, you only get one shot. And then even I just try to be different than anyone else. On Friday nights while we have an off day, I'm out working out in my basement. Or I'm running. I have a sled hill. I'm going to start running hills, So it's just always doing everything, little thing to get better.
Oh, wow. Can you just tell us a little bit about the camaraderie that you have with your team and the level of building that you're doing over there?
Yeah, we have an amazing team. It's pretty young. But we are a brotherhood. Every Wednesday night, we'll go to Chipotle and then hit up youth group after Chipotle. So we all love each other. I think that's our strength, and that's how we'll be able to win tough games that we shouldn't win.
Yes, sir. Now, I did hear you say that you were third string for running back, right?
Yes.
Can you just tell us a little bit about your thought process and maybe some things that you were voicing to yourself to let you know that all you have to do is work hard and you could be more than just a third string?
I just knew my time would come eventually. You know, linebacker was my position, but I'm like, I'll take any chance I get. So I just knew some injuries started happening. Some people started making some mistakes, you know, so I feel like I'm working harder than everyone else. I think I can get this spot. Now, then when I got on the field, I used the best of that opportunity. So.
Yes, sir. What would be that piece of advice that you would give to the young up-and-comer who's kind of sad, maybe he walks around with his head down because he doesn't have that starting job?
I think just put in the work. You'll get noticed, you know. Every opportunity you have, get better, and just take the most of it, you know. Even you can be a third string and still work hard, and then eventually. Freshman year, I had 5 tackles, like maybe a yard. I finished sophomore season with 53 tackles, third most on the team in history, and like 100 yards in 4 games. So just, even if you're not in the best position now, just keep working and you'll eventually get that there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you speak a little bit on academics and how that comes first, even though you're a student athlete?
It's the biggest part for sure. My parents make me hold a 3.5, maybe a little bit lower. But people don't see everything that goes into being a student athlete. They just see how you perform Friday nights or how you perform on the mat. But you have to get a relationship with your teachers, be able to communicate with them. Hey, I'm leaving early. Got to get your homework in, you know. Just classroom comes first. Work as hard in the classroom as you do in the weight room or on the field or anything else.
Yes, sir. Now, if there is one thing that would be said about you amongst your peers, whether it's from the teachers or your fellow teammates, what do you think it would be from the teachers, and what do you think it will be from the athletes that they would say about you?
From the teachers, I think respectful for sure. Respect the time, respect always hardworking, always get my assignments in. And team, I think it's also hardworking, just believe in yourself, believe in teammates, and always being positive for sure.
Yes, sir. With you being a sophomore, what do you think is the mark that you want to leave behind once you're graduated after 12th grade?
I just want to leave that you can do anything that you put your mind to, you know. I'm a sophomore and I have dreams of playing in college football. You can do anything you put your mind to. Just work hard at it. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Well, with us getting ready to close up this amazing episode, I'm pretty sure there's some friends, family out there that you would like to shout out, say hello to, maybe some people who helped you along the way and kept you motivated as well.
Yeah. So for sure my parents for always pushing me no matter what. My friend Eli Rodriguez, he's started with me in football 2nd grade, has been there ever since. We've been best friends. Jack Helzer, you had on the show, always inspired to see how hard he works. And just my whole team, just great family to be with. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, with that being said, young man, we just wrapped up an amazing episode of Line for Line. We appreciate you having a little bit of time for us today.
Thank you for having me.
You calling or you listening, tune in every week. Line for line. Oh, yeah, I'm going line for line.